Welcome back, everybody. Today, the Vanessa Guillen Act was introduced on the heels of an about-face by the Defense Secretary on how sexual assaults are handled in the military. Pentagon Chief Lloyd Austin now saying sexual assault prosecutions should be removed from the military chain of command. Vanessa Guillen's case, as you may know, became an example of the epidemic of military sexual assault. Guillen was found dead nearly 2 months after her disappearance from Texas's Fort Hood back in 2020. Investigators concluded that she had been killed and disposed of by another soldier and had separately been sexually harassed by a superior. Guillen's death sparked protest and also helped raise incredible awareness about the issue. NewsNation's Rich McHugh reports on today's introduction, formally, of the Vanessa Guillen Act.
Thank you, Rob. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has called sexual assault and sexual harassment a scourge on the military. And his announcement today could be the beginning of lasting change, and some are even calling it a watershed moment for the military.
As you know, my first directive as Secretary of Defense, issued on my first full day in the office, was to service leadership about sexual assault.
Just 6 months into his role as Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin told the Armed Services Committee earlier today that he supports change. This after reviewing the findings of an independent commission President Biden convened to look at the issue of sexual assault in the military.
I know enough at this point to say that I fully support removing the prosecution of sexual assaults and related crimes from the military chain of command.
It is a stunning reversal and runs counter to the Pentagon's long-standing position on the issue that essentially the military should police itself with regard to sexual assault. It also requires changing the Uniform Code of Military Justice, which no previous Secretary of Defense had been willing to undertake.
This is very good news for victims of sexual violence. It's very good news for advocates and getting the culture in the military changed.
In 2013, Amy Frank was hired by the Department of Defense to help fix their sexual assault prevention and response program.
Over the last 10 years, the policy reform for sexual assault response and prevention has done nothing to prevent or decrease sexual violence in the military. We have only seen an increase in sexual violence and murder.
We are delighted to see that Secretary of Defense Austin has followed through on his commitment with the 90-day review and come up with the conclusions that he has.
Democratic Congresswoman Jackie Speer has been fighting to change how the military handles sexual assault and harassment for over a decade.
Ready, foot!
Today, she reintroduced the I Am Vanessa Guillen Act, named after the soldier who was sexually assaulted and murdered at Fort Hood last year. Her bill would remove the reporting and prosecution of all serious crimes from the military chain of command.
You've been obviously working on this a long time. What, if you boil it down, is the core problem?
The core problem is these cases are not handled like crimes. They're handled as if it has something to do with discipline within the military and therefore should be subject to the chain of command, except that they're crimes.
Secretary Austin will be making a formal recommendation to President Biden soon, but it's important to note that the military brass largely opposes this, and it could be setting up for a lengthy legislative battle in the weeks and months ahead. Back to you, Rob.